Welcome to AASA's Learning 2025 Video Spotlight, a series dedicated to school districts across the country working to advance student-centered, equity-focused, and future-driven education. Districts profiled are all serving as national models of the Learning 2025 network to help guide and reposition other school systems by sharing best practices and winning strategies, as well as challenges. In this episode, we'll spotlight Maine Township High School District 207 in Park Ridge, Illinois. A community of 6,400 students, every teacher has an annual coaching plan. Every student, beginning in 8th grade, has an individual career plan that spans 5 years. Let's take a look.
Maine Township is a really interesting district. We're in 9 communities that wrap around the northeast side of O'Hare. We've always been a district that's had a lot of immigrants to the United States, and our demographics in particular, just since the turn of the 21st century, have really shifted. We went into the 21st century having 3 high schools. We serve about 6,400 students. Those 3 high schools were all majority high schools, but since the turn of the 21st century, 2 of our 3 high schools, Maine East and then Maine West, have become non-majority high schools. So our demographics have shifted. Our poverty has tripled since the turn of the 21st century. But I'm really proud to say that our student achievement is at all-time highs. And that's a reflection, I think, really of our investment in adult learning. We were Google's first K-12 partner back in 2007. So we literally are the first district to do cloud computing. But more recently, each of our teachers has an annual instructional coaching plan. We're 8 years into that. So we're likely one of the only, if not the only, public district in America where every teacher every year has an instructional coaching plan just to help improve their practice. And then the part where I'd say we're innovating the most right now is in our individual career planning. Each of our students, regardless of whether what their background is, they each have an individual career plan that really spans 5 years, begins in the 8th grade. And it's something I'm really proud of, and I'd say we're definitely on the cutting edge of that work. We love being part of a learning community. It's really an ethos that we have here in District 207. So we've worked really, really hard to have a sandbox mentality here in District 207, to lower the cost of failure, to allow our staff and our students to try things and not be afraid of failing. We think that engenders the best learning conditions. And so promoting that professional learning community ethos within our district has been instrumental in helping us continue to improve. On a larger scale, being privileged to be part of the Learning 2025 districts that were selected initially for this work, it helps us connect with some of the most innovative districts in America. And that, we see it as a much larger professional learning community, both great districts in the state of Illinois, but also across the country. And so for us, we love being part of that learning culture, and the districts that are part of the Learning 2025 initiative, I think, all exemplify what it really means to be a professional learning community. So I think one of the things that we've done pretty well is this idea of scale. And for example, a lot of districts have instructional coaching, but it's more the model of, if you're interested in instructional coaching, come and sign up for it. We've been able to get agreement with our teachers so that each of them has a plan every year, and it's written into our contract so there's no sunset date. Well, that's the idea of scale. If you do really, really good work with coaching in one classroom, you improve that classroom. But if you do really, really good work in coaching with every classroom in every school every year, I think that's the road to really, really being able to do what we've done, which is improve our outcomes despite rising poverty and diversity among our students. In educational research, when you have either one of those trend lines, you usually have a negative inverse relationship with performance, and we've been able to flip that on its head, and I think that's a reflection of bringing adult learning to scale. Same thing is true, I think, with our individual career planning. We don't segregate between like career and tech ed programs and what most people would still describe as college bound. Each of our students, regardless of what their secondary path looks like, they each have a plan, and we really help them make better decisions about that plan, and we're doing it at scale. So I think the idea of scale takes a lot of strategy and a lot of work and a lot of patience, and I think we've been able to do some things at scale that are things that people can learn from.
Interested in becoming part of AASA's Learning 2025 network? Contact Mort Sherman, AASA Associate Executive Director, or access the AASA website. We're looking for bold ideas to shape and prepare students for a better future. Thank you for watching.